workshop, which I have been wanting to attend for. So when I initially saw this artist's work, right, you guys should check her out. She's a Pune-based ceramic artist. So I saw her work first, I think about 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. Back then she was just starting off with ceramics and everything, but she had these simple painting and everything that she would do, and it was actually quite nice. And I saw that whole transition to ceramics and how she sort of went from one form to the other. And I've admired her work for a while. Last year or the year before, when my cousin got married, I wanted to give her something different. So she makes nameplates which are of hand painted ceramic nameplates. So then I ordered something from her and they loved it. They absolutely loved how it had turned out. I loved how it had turned out. So I was always thinking that this is such a great medium in the sense that you have a finished ceramic piece and you paint on this, versus what you do with pottery where everything is from scratch. You have to get the clay, you have to make sure that the clay is kneaded, all the air bubbles are out, you have to do that initial prepping. Other clay is hard, you will need to put it in a bucket of water, and there are these conditions that you need to follow to make sure that everything around the studio is maintained in workable condition. So it sort of is like there are a lot of steps that you go through before you actually get into like the creation bit of it, right? Whereas with ceramic painting itself, you literally take any object which is plain and you can work on, and you paint on it. So to me, that idea was like, okay, you just pick up something, draw something on it and paint on it. It felt very nice. Still dealing with ceramics, something that I actually quite like aesthetically also. I like how ceramics are, I think I just like the form. So then when she said okay, she's going to hold her first workshop in Bangalore, I said I'm going, definitely. When she said that, I think 3 months before, I said I'm going. So that's how it started. And to me, the whole process of learning itself was amazing, because there is so much of science behind it. The powders that are used to do the overglaze painting. Overglaze painting is basically where so these are the completed pieces. I think I'll start with that. I shared the photos, but literally the same. I didn't take anything different. These are just our framed fired pieces which were then put on a wooden frame. They are done on your regular tile.
Tiles. Okay.
मतलब this is your whatever 10-20 rupees ka tile that you get. So that tile, this tile is again a ceramic porcelain tile,
Okay.
which is fired with a white color glaze to get this effect.
Correct.
Okay, glaze is your painting, ceramic painting. So usko, to get to this phase, it has been painted on, it has been fired. Okay, this is a failed piece. I wanted to get that also to sort of talk about what happens in the process. So the best part about this is you just take one of these pieces, anything that's white in color. It could be a cup, it could be a tile, it could be your toilet commode. The WC can be used,
Nice.
right?
Yeah,
If it's not fixed, you can work on it, get it fired and get it
No
out.
wonder all the commodes are missing from here. Most of the places. If you
I
see.
really wish.
It is. People do that. Whatever you're
Really?
saying. Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen
And
toilet
that
come to that.
cupboards.
Come to that.
it is usable after that?
We'll come to that.
This is
yeah.
aesthetic only, it is
Because-
usable after that. So I can even paint with these colors using a other white color khane ka bowl hai. I paint inside it. Once it is fired, it is food safe, microwave safe, dishwasher safe.
Wow.
Even you can use like a steel scrub on it and kuch nahi hoga. Of course, it will ruin the ceramic.
It's like a
but,
cup,
painting,
anything like
nothing will happen.
like
You
a
can-
फायरिंग के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है?
Firing के लिए, so you have a kiln. There is a separate ceramic kiln. I do want to invest in it, but it is almost 1.5-2 lakhs even for a small one. So until and unless I feel that it is
It's a
a
separate
like
piece.
I'm making
like
बहुत
an
ज़्यादा
oven.
production हो रहा है,
like-
and I don't want to spend my time going to the studio, getting it fired, then it makes sense for me to invest in a kiln, which I hope to do sometime.
Nice.
So this is currently, these are again,
Wow.
these are what I worked on, okay. These are not fired. So which
Okay.
is why I was very worried about getting this, because इसका अगर chip हो गया तो या paint comes off. But actually now I know that I can take it with layers of paper to the studio to get it fired and कुछ नहीं होगा क्योंकि none of the paint has
हाँ,
come out.
paint नहीं आया.
So the paint is actually,
This is using paint and brush, huh? All is using paint and brush.
all of this is using paint and
What
brush. So
what
the
color?
paint,
Paint.
you get these powders.
हाँ,
okay?
you had told.
So these powders have powder of silica glass that fuses with the ceramic coating when it is fired. It has your pigment, it has powdered silica glass that fuses with the ceramic coating. And that is what gives it the steadfastness. मतलब एक बार हो गया तो इसको कुछ नहीं हो सकता. You do whatever on it. The only way this will ruin is if the tile breaks.
That is after
Firing.
firing.
These are all after firing, so nothing can ruin it.
But this chance is there, it can come out.
This तो I do this only वो निकल जाएगा. Because it's not fired, no. I didn't do anything to it because. So the best part about this is I have a fired piece, so I take a bit of this on a tile. I have a bigger tile that I use as a palette.
Okay.
And I just put some powder in it, and I put about 1 drop of this oil. This oil is linseed oil, pine oil, and one more oil mixed together.
Okay.
I just use that to initially mix a color and make a sort of
So
paste.
it's ready-made mix or you mix it?
No, ready-made. So this the colors and what else? This and the colors were given by her as a part of the post workshop kit.
Okay, okay. I see.
So
So you do get this ready-made?
no, you
No,
don't.
she.
So
that's what he was
so
asking
there is
for.
there's a thing, okay. I'm trying to find out what these pigments are called. That in the ceramic industry they are called overglazes. Careful, huh? Because इसमें पूरा. Not this you break also. I don't care. इसमें this is chip. So this one, so basically in the ceramic painting industry it is called overglaze. Overglaze is anything that is applied over a glazed ceramic paste.
Okay.
But there's a bit of gatekeeping from the person who took the workshop, because we've been trying to find out what the color is. Because if at a point I feel like I'm working with one color more than the others, I would like to order it in advance, because I don't want to have one piece like this thing. But the best part about this is there are lot of levels at which you can just let go of it and start afresh. So even at this level, right, if I feel like I'm not very happy, I don't want to get this fired, I can just take turpentine and erase it and then start over.
Restart.
Same.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah. It can be a workable canvas. Till the time I fire it, I can do as many changes on it as I want. Coloring over, layering over one color over the other is recommended when there is a darker color layered over lighter color, but not when a lighter color has to be layered over a darker color. For that, what is recommended is you create these negative spaces and then you paint over
Basically,
it.
watercolor method.
Yeah, a lot of those principles apply here also. So that way, I think it's good. This one was because initially when I came back, I needed, so these oils, you use it only for the first time to mix and make a paste. But once a paste is made, to sort of dilute it and make it paintable, you use the turpentine. Once you make the initial paste, you never use the oil again. So the oil is basically only for mixing, initial mixing, but then to thin it, to paint with it, you just use the turpentine. But initially, since I didn't have this, we use
This is normal turpentine only.
this is artist distilled turpentine. Okay, I never knew something like this existed. So when I asked her, she said any thinner will do. I tried acetone, and she said acetone is not recommended because all of this needs to evaporate before firing, no? Otherwise it will burn the piece. Here also, then we went and bought this paint store thinner, turpentine, but it was so hard. It was smelling a lot. It made the color gritty and it corroded my nails. I literally had to go get pedicure done because it corroded my nails.
And also you have a headache.
Oh, I didn't have, but then the smell was too strong to work with. It was.
It's not nice because it is the chemical used in that is very affecting
strong.
because it
Oh,
is
it was
supposed to be
horrible.
for
Industrial.
house and all
Industrial,
industrial.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was that, and then they said, okay, fine, you know, if you're not getting anything, then get your distilled turpentine. So this, what happened was, ideally, this one, like in this one, what I've done is I've first painted, and then I have created the negative of the design using a toothpick. This I tried doing the same thing, but because the color was gritty and because of the turpentine used, it was just not coming out. Now I'll have to just erase this using this, but this was one of those failed pieces. So as you go through it, also you sort of recognize. This is something again that I created with. Yesterday I wanted to work on this, but this again I used too much of turpentine on the sponge that I was working with. So sponge is recommended when you need to create like a uniform pattern sort of thing. Something like this, right? Here you don't see any merging and problems and everything with this because of down surfaces. Yeah, it's dabbed with a sponge, but then you have too much of this thing. But I can always erase it and keep creating those. Yeah, even I like that. That's one of my favorite pieces. But generally, there's these working on these patterns now.
Okay, nice.
Trying to
Wow.
sort of create the
Design.
yeah, एक बार rough sketch and then now I'm creating the
Carbon.
the final one. This was
And how do you apply that back here?
just the same thing. Once the final one is done, I'll take that, put the carbon here, and then draw
Trace it
over
out.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's it.
Simple. It works very well with carbon.
Carbon. There's no negative impression like how we do for rubber print or something. Nothing like that, right?
I don't know how rubber print works, but no negative impression I have not tried unless and until maybe I'm using like maybe 2B pencil or something.
Correct.
उसमें-
The roller kind of thing I'm saying. Ulta डाल के roll करो. You have
That's
to.
actually a good idea. I did not try it. Ooh.
Spot
Nice.
I
ये
think
क्या है?
I should explore
That
photography now.
basically your tiles itself, no, they don't come as single pieces. They come in 1 square feet by 1 square feet. This thing they are joined by the
Individual
neck.
squares.
So you just cut the
Cut
neck.
and take it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's nice. You'll have grip also to keep.
Yeah, to grip also to keep it. You can just remove it later before firing क्योंकि वो तो जल जाएगा वैसे भी. But yeah, I'm trying to
वो
create some
दिखाओ.
traditional patterns. So this is basically one of your swan patterns that is very commonly seen in Kanjivaram sarees.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I
That's
like all of
typical.
those Kanjivaram motifs. So I wanted to try something that is closer to my roots, sort of thing. And this because I like any symmetrical, and specifically the Mughal patterns that are there, right? I really like them a lot. I think aspirationally, what I want to do is one of those Islamic geometry patterns that you see in most of your architecture, right? I want to try that on the tile. But yeah, I'm trying to find out, I'm trying to read up a lot about what these colors could be. So what I recently found out was the color, the pigment that is used for silk screen printing is the same thing. So if I have to buy more in bulk, since I'm not able to get the vendor's name out of this person, I want to try those colors and see if it works.
Okay.
So like I said, you know, there's some amount of gatekeeping that is happening. So there is a community that she has created for ongoing support. So we are trying to, अगर किसी को कुछ मिल गया तो they are telling the others sort of thing. is
That's
happening.
better.
Yeah.
I think we'll find it out. Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
hopefully. I really want to know because if you know anybody who's working with powdered pigments, please tell me so that I can reach out to them.
Sinoj.
Sunoja.
Are you sure he's working with powdered pigment? Natural लेता है ना वो?
That's right. So what he does is, as per what I know, is that the colors what he uses, he prepares his own colors. Basically, he gets these powdered colors from wherever, and he makes his own color out of it. So you can reach out to him and find out what.
Yeah.
He gets these natural earth material colors.
And then make it.
But I don't know if it is useful for this because
Even I think that can be used as long as you mix it with silica, powdered glass. Because that powdered glass is technically what fuses with the ceramic to create the steadfastness. Pigment won't matter, I think.
How close is this color to once you bake it? It's exactly.
Not close at all. This is that color.
Okay.
But
Not
this
bad.
is the
No,
color.
this is this color.
So these are at least over glazes.
Okay, these are. What is this blue you've used here?
This one I guess.
नहीं ये वाला
ये वाला है?
No, this one.
It's okay, not bad. It
In
just
fact, this and this
desaturated
blue
a
is the
bit.
same.
Same blue. Okay.
But because of the glazing,
Yeah.
it shows the difference.
Yeah, shows the difference. In fact, I think over glazes colors are closer to what they are once they are fired as compared